Okay, so you guys know that my headset was not working with the cruiser today. The weirdest thing, it just disconnected. I thought the battery was dead. It wasn't. So I've just watched a video. We're going to try this and see if this solves my problem. I didn't realize that this blue right here is actually a button. So we're going to hold that down and turn the headset on, which is going to put it in pairing mode. Then we're going to hold the settings button down on the macro and turn it on, and that should pair them up. Let's see what happens. I'll just use my brother's hands here. He's holding the button down. Hold it down for 5 seconds. Okay, so we got 5 beeps. Now we're going to go over here. I need your hand again. Hold the settings button right there down. Holding it down?
Mm-hmm.
Now this should show HP or something like that.
It did briefly.
Hey, it's working, guys. Good morning, guys. Unfrequented world, out metal detecting today. We've got a few places. There's an old park here, probably 50, 60 years old. We're going to start here. Then there's a bush trail which leads to an old rest stop, which again, between the 40s and 50s, just off the old highway. We're going to hit a bit of bush stuff. We got an old farmstead we can check into if we have time. There's some churches here. Lots of ground to cover today. We don't know where we're going to end up, so just join us for the adventure and we'll see what we can find. Ew, stand on vacation. I didn't need to see that. The ground here is super tough. Like, you cannot sink a shovel in it, and it's pretty much gravel backfill. And the only thing I found so far is 3 old pop cans. They're old, but very hard digging here, very dry. Okay, first 5 holes, and not a lot of interest here, except this old piece of lead here. That's much older, I think, than the rest of the stuff. We've got a neon hot cap, which has a date on the top, 98. So Stan's over here digging up old butter knives.
Home plate butter knives.
So Stan's way down there up to his elbow, and he says there's a pop can down there, so we're pretty sure this has been resurfaced.
And the age of the pop can, no, it's a Labatt's.
Okay, beer can. Hey, there's 10 cents, buddy.
But like, seriously,
Yeah,
if it's that deep.
definitely resurfaced. All right, we got the pack with all the gear. We are gonna head off into the bush now and look for some older stuff. It's shady in there. It's only 9 o'clock this morning, and it is so friggin' hot. It's about 26, 27 degrees already. So we're gonna head for the bush and look for some older stuff. Old guy climbing a fence. I should have recorded that. He made it. Long ways down to the river there. We'll have to come back and magnet fish this. Okay, so we're just looking for the old rest area that was along the old highway. And it seems pretty clear in here. There's a bit of a trail. Stan says it's been 5 years since he was in here. I might just start swinging in here because it's clear. All I can say is it's nice and cool in here and not a lot of bugs so far, so I'll take it. I'm just looking. Apparently there was an old building in here that's fallen down somewhere. If we can find that. Oh, he's yelling for me. There it is. Look at that. That's the old rest stop right there. You can see the roof of it. Still standing. Okay, so Stan found it. We're going to call this video the Lost Rest Stop. You wouldn't believe how thick the bush is here. Well, you can see around me. And so they probably stopped using this, Stan figures, 25 years ago. And he detected in here a few years back, got some 60s coins and whatever. But this side stop here was built in the 40s or 50s, so there could be anything here. The highway's over there, 150 yards, whatever, but there goes some traffic. But it's just crazy that they just let this go to nothing. There's how thick it is. The road to get in is over here to the left, but it's just as thick, so he's got to go find his detector. He set it down when we were looking for this, and it's somewhere out there in the thick. An old thresher or something here. I'm assuming this was put here for people to look at the road stop years ago, and it's just forgotten with the rest of the stuff here. Literally, we're 30 yards, the rest stop is over there, and it's so thick you can't even see it. This is just a forgotten spot. So this area here is full of old pine. We passed a couple even bigger when we were trying to find the building, but that's got to be a 120-year-old tree behind me here. So used to be a park for sure. Okay, so I figured out what that footing was. It's a fire pit. There's the old grate. So yeah, fire pit. So if that's fire pit, that means I'm gonna have to crawl through here on my hands and knees and detect all this, because people would have been all through here. Says he's got a gold ring, and he just found one last week too at a different site. Let's go check this out.
Big gold ring.
He's still inside the shelter. Oh, I left there.
Now that's a detectorist, fresh out of the hospital, finding gold rings.
Nice. Dude.
Right there, 2 inches, maybe an inch. The nail set me off, I cursed the hole, I rechecked the hole, gold ring.
I can confirm it. He's not full of something. He has a gold ring, and there's writing inside it. Good job, Mr. Stan.
I'm a happy camper.
Right there, guys, 10 carat and then IRSCO. So I came in over there through the shelter, swung one zigzaggy pass and moved on through, left my bag, and there you go. 6 feet from where I was, the guy pulls out a gold ring. Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Well, he's over there pulling gold rings and I'm getting shell casings, so. Persistence, I'm gonna stay at it here. I'm due. Okay, under the shelter, 1980. So, it was probably still in use up till then, I guess. Early 80s. So, the picnic area is over there, where Stan's still working. And I found the old road, so here it is. You can kind of see it on the phone. Goes up through there, and the highway is back down there. So this is the road that would have came off the highway.
70.
I've got to come up with a theme song for bushwhacking with Stan. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So Stan's been on a roll this week. There's the first ring he found at a swimming hole. We're not going to say where, but that looks Tiffany. That's what John says anyway, so Stan's in the money. I told him he should go play some cards or something. And there's the one he found today, so 2 rings in less than a week. Okay, so we're out of the bush. We're going to head to our mine that Stan knows now. He wants to show me that, so we're going to swing the detectors there a little bit. It is midday hot right now, so I hope there's some shade. I'm going to swing by an old store here and grab some pop on the way or something, because it is blistering. Bloody $4.62 for a pop and a water. Highway robbery, man. I'm just going to tuck that right. Oh, that feels good. Nice and cold. Whew, the air conditioning is on and I make no apologies. 31 friggin' degrees out there again. Wow, no wonder we're boiling out there. And yes, Marty, I know, Marty is nuts about digging. The car is disgusting again and needs another clean. And this is why the car is disgusting. Look at these roads, just nothing but dust. Okay, so the age here, guys, we're looking at 1870 or so. And this would have been like a horse and buggy trail here. This would have been, they would have brought all the stuff down to the main road there and processed it there. So this trail is about 3/4 of a mile, something like that, and leads up to the old mine site. And the big cut they dug it out of is right in here. So here's the first pile of debris that came out of the mine. So just off that first big pile there, we come into where they've blasted out a trail. And this is where they would have pulled the mica from, down in here. Right in here in this hole. Yeah, so there is no shaft here, it's just like a pit basically. And they would have pulled it right out from this quarry. Pretty sketchy looking water in here now. You wouldn't want to fall in there. And behind that rock right there is the water hole I just showed you guys. So they cut right through here as well. Okay, so I actually got the GoPro out to show you guys. This is the back way down to that water hole I was telling you about. And the rock's 30-40 feet over top of my head. You can see it there. So they blasted quite a ways down into here, or whatever they did back in the day. I'm assuming they must have been blasting. And they made quite a ravine in here. And I'll show you guys. We'll just go for a little hike just around the corner here. And then we'll be right back at our water hole, right in there. So yeah, they did a pretty good job of digging down in here. And I don't know how much further, how deep that water goes, but right here on the edge of the water hole, I'll show you guys, I just moved some moss here. Look at this. Mica. Great big old piece of it. So yeah, they were just pulling it right out of here. There's a big flat piece of it left here. Yeah, so there's a good chunk I just pulled out right there. Okay, so I'm going to get the detector and I'm going to detect this whole valley here. Might as well. You never know what they dropped in the bottom. Knife, coin, tool, something of history value. Let's check it out. Nothing. It's clean as a whistle in here. Sides just crumble away on this thing. It's all quartz. It goes way up there. Well, this is a little odd. I'll show you guys. So I just cleared off a spot here, was getting a signal on the rock, an overload, and we're right on bare rock. But if you can hear my headset, there's overload right there, but it's nothing there. So whatever it is down here in the rock, but I don't know what that would be. And I'm not even going to show that to Stan because he'll want to come back and blow that up. I don't do that anymore. I'm out of that business. So no signals all the way up the ravine until I got out here to the end. And there's a nice sitting bench right here. And I found 2 bottle caps from the 60s or thereabouts. So this must have been a nice attraction for people to walk up to back in the day and then, you know, sit here and have a cold one. I could use a cold one right now. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty warm up here. Of course I was going to climb the hill, guys. You didn't think I was going to come all this way and not climb it, right?
Right to the top of the hill. Look down here at these nice samples.
Well, there we go. I picked some nicer samples out of there. I'll take 20 pounds of rock home with me. The kids like quartz. Not finding any tools or anything. It's like this place is pretty picked over, but it's a very cool site to explore anyway. Ha, and that's that. Hey, Sammy.
Hey, have a drink, Sam. Come here. Have some more.
He's like, screw this, I'm in for the air conditioning.
Have some more, buddy. Come on, have a drink. Have a drink.
He wants in that air conditioning. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Gary. Now you know where these places are, buddy.
Woo, I'll take some air conditioning before I get out. Just 2 minutes, come on. Oh yeah, 33 degrees. Oh.